Peter, it looked like a sharp Najdorf, but then in the end it was kind of equalizing.
Yes, I mean, basically, for some reason, we both decided to be quite aggressive today, because usually we are both, I think, very strategical players. And I also came up with this idea already yesterday after my game against Magnus, on the way back to the hotel, that if my opponent plays e4, I'm going to play c5. But why, I don't know. So the idea, then I started preparing. Of course, I did not expect this variation. In fact, I didn't know anything about this line, so I had to think quite early, move 8 already from my own head, which is sometimes good, sometimes not good, who knows. I mean, normally I prefer to think of my own when you know the position, when it's like completely new, and at the same time I know that there are quite some critical games which I don't know. It's annoying, but I thought that it was risky, but it was logical what I was doing. And finally, this bishop g5 was a strategical move that I have to play. I have to change this bishop, and but I had to double check not to get mated, because I'm losing 2 tempi with this bishop g5 operation. But I'm not getting mated. And in fact, this what my opponent played, is bishop takes g5, queen e4. I did not pay attention at all. Only when he played it, realized that how dangerous it is, because after f5, queen e3, it's very tempting for me to change the queens. Queen takes e3, f e3, but it turns out that this endgame is not only very unpleasant, it's probably bad. So after queen e3, I had to find queen f6, and it seems that just move per move, I'm getting out, and if I'm getting out, then the position is okay. So then I think there was a moment when it looked like white should probably force a draw with rook g5 instead of queen e2, yeah, because after rook g5 I would have to go queen f4, change the queens immediately, and then white will get h4, h5 to change this pawn, and it's almost a forced dead draw. But probably my opponent suddenly got ambitious in this position with queen e2 and then rook g3, but missed my very strong reply g6. And then I'm threatening knight f6, and against knight g5 I always have knight h5, and this is very important. And then after g6, my opponent understood that he has to be professional and find queen e3. And these are always very tricky to feel the moment in each game, that when you can still try and when you have to switch. So he played queen e3, and then also in the end game, because he was a little bit short on time, so I had hopes, but he played this very strong king d2. I mean, king d2 was just a fantastic move, and bringing the king to e2, and then white will play rook d3 and f3, and it's just nothing to attack. And white also has his play with c3, so I don't have any chances to hope for something. First I hoped for something, but then I realized that with king d2, it was just way too precise.
Thank you.